Hi, if you are new, welcome. If not, welcome back. My name is Dre, and this is Halo and Horns Tarot. I'm trying something different with the setup. I'm still kind of getting situated as to how I want to present on this show. I keep bouncing from room to room and whatnot, but just trying a new setup, seeing how I like it. Please don't be off guard. Um, Today is Sunday, March 13th. The moon is currently in Cancer. However, we will have a full moon this week on Friday, March 18th. It will be in the sign of Virgo. So today will be a pretty extensive reading. I have cards set up and I will be shuffling on camera. Get you a drink. Mine is green tea Arizona with ginseng and honey. I have some crystals for cleansing and protection. Obsidian. This is a black jasper or black panther jasper, one of the two. And then I have some black tourmaline, all for grounding, cleansing, protection, and whatnot. Happy birthday to all my March Pisces, and very soon my March Aries. We are very excited for you. Right, so let's go ahead and get started. So first up, I'll be shuffling for your planets. Any other planets want to come out? Ooh, all right. We got a couple planets. All right. And the back of the deck is the moon. Let's get some signs going. What sign does the collective need? This will be a collective reading. I do plan to do a random later on today. I've already drawn the signs. All right. And lastly, we'll get houses. I hope you can hear me. I tried to make sure that everything was... Ooh, that's a lot of houses. We're going to reshuffle that. I'm trying to work on making sure that the quality of the video is good and that it is entertaining. If you have, all right, if you have any tarot requests that you would like me to do, please email me at haloandhornstarot@gmail.com, or you can find any of my other links in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a couple planets. We have two signs and we have one house, and this is a very big one. So you have Pluto, Venus, the North Node, and Uranus. Those are your planets. Your two signs are Virgo and Aquarius, and then you have the 12th house. So these cards can be read two ways. I'm going to start with the blue, which is outcome, and then I'll read the red, which is the action that you can take. And you're supposed to read them from top to bottom. So this message is going to be it's going to be a little everywhere. But if it does not resonate, it's not for you. If it does, great. And if you are seeing this and it is no longer March, this message is still for you. So first up, we have Pluto, the need for control, an obsession, and a power struggle. There is some attraction, some need for pleasure and good time. The North Node, there will be success and some sort of benefit, some sort of gratification or good karma coming. And then Uranus, an unusual or different change is coming. For Virgo, this information will involve methods of healing, power, the ability to analyze, and things coming from your perfectionism. And Aquarius, the need for discovery and eccentricities. And this is all revolving around the 12th house, your faith, your hidden tendencies, and larger institutions or overwhelming events. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been getting a lot of tower energy in my readings and the readings I do for people personally. And I don't think it's anything particularly like out of the blue. Like if you're paying attention to global events, you know that there's issues afoot. So I think we are in very much a tower-esque energy, and there's a big change coming, either to our governments overall, the world in general. Like there's a large-scale change coming. Excuse me. Pluto is the planet of wealth, riches, as well as death, sex, and transformation. Venus is the planet of sex, love, and obsession. The North Node is about our good karma. And Uranus is the planet of unexpected change, outside thinking, or out of the box thinking. And Virgo is a very analytical sign, along with Aquarius. A lot of people don't give Aquarius enough credit for their analytical skills. People consider them to be pretty aloof, but they be paying attention. You just gotta watch them. They be paying attention to what they want to be paying attention to. So we're in a very critical time where you should be very much paying attention to the energies and events going on around you, and you should very much be prepared for some outside thinking. The ruler, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, so the fact that we have both of those energies out here right now just goes to show, like, you'll have to, for the issues coming ahead, you'll have to have some very creative solutions. Anything. Oh, I'm going to read the red now. And then I'll read you the back of the decks, and then we'll move on to the rest of our reading. So we're going to flip. So it says, recession, get to the heart of it. Do or die, you must. Cherish, enjoy, charm, art, and beauty are the way. Have faith, do not worry about that which is coming, and now is the time. Stir up the situation, be open to new ideas, and invent a way. Virgo energy is the energy of serving others, paying attention to small details, and doing what you must do. Aquarius is more so about your vision, what's new and different, and using an unconventional way. Seeing oneness with all there is, philanthropy, keeping your involvement hidden. So the actions that we can take currently, something old, something from the past, something that should have been let go of a long time ago, is reoccurring. Be it a cycle, an event, a person, something is coming back up. And this isn't a bad thing. There is good energy aspected around these people or this event, whatever. With the Venus and North Node, this could be somebody you loved, somebody you used to have a good time with, or somebody who was eccentric, thought outside the box, da 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 da. The situation or the person, whichever one you're thinking of, could be a Virgo or an Aquarius, or have strong placements in those energies in their chart, or these could be strong planets in their chart, or this could be their ruling house. Again, the situation globally will be affecting everybody, no matter how far away you think you are, no matter how uninvolved. If you're in America and you seeing gas prices, don't think it's not coming. Pluto is, again, something's being resurrected, something's being brought back, and we need to get to the heart of the matter. Do you want to keep this person? Is this person good for you? Sometimes people will do us dirty in the beginning, and then, after a time, they want to come back and, oh, remember when we had all this good time and good energy? Where did all that go? And it's like, I remember. You messed it up. So, let's see. So for the back of the deck, and with this deck, we have the moon, we have Aries, and we have the fourth house. And your message reads, defend your willpower as you did in the past. Accept what you think you know about your home and family. Let your feelings tell you how to. Do it your own way and do what makes you feel secure. That's the action. And the outcome that you can take when you embody this energy. The nurturing of energies to meet the challenge of what makes you feel secure. Feelings caused by your desire regarding support, and reactions resulting from the honesty and strength of your home and family. I don't, this person could be family, or they could be someone who feels like family if it is, again, a person. If not, the situation might be regarding your family, or spirit might be telling you to communicate with your family. The moon, again, today, as I am doing this spread, is in Cancer, which is home in the sign of the moon. So you might want to take the time to talk to your mother or your father or whoever feels like home to you. Communicate with them. Um, if the situation that I'm talking of does resonate with you and something of the past is coming up with these people or this person in particular or just you, then do what you need to do. This isn't particularly negative energy. Like I said, if you've been paying attention to events, then we're all going to be affected. But as far as like a personal, and this is collective, but as far as like what's going on in your personal life, I don't think it'll be cataclysmic. It might get a little uncomfortable with this Uranus. It might get a little, it might get a little hot with this 12th house. It might get a little uncomfortable. But I'm seeing that you need to have this talk. You need to have this moment just so you can move forward with the situation. But all right. Thank you for these energies. This one will be used later. Today we're doing angels, we're doing moon energy, and I have a spell for you that if you would like, you may use it. If you are not a practicing witch or Wiccan, or you just don't do spell work, then of course you don't have to worry about that. But please enjoy this video. So first up, of course, we're going to talk to our boys, our girls, our angels. If you hear ringing, it's an alarm clock. Okay, ooh, the angels is talking today, y'all. What do the angels have to say to the collective, the people who will see this video, who will come into contact with this information? What do they need to hear right now from their angels? Thank you. What do the people ooh. All right, y'all. We have 5 of Earth as the back of the deck. If you feel like I'm pulling a lot of cards, sorry to say, I am, because I'm trying to get as much in, because there's so many different people that fall into the collective. So if this is too much for you, go find somebody who has like, a 60-second little video. All right, first up, renewal, which in this deck would translate to judgment. 7 of Fire, Page of Earth inverted, Queen of Air inverted, 2 of Water, Justice, Queen of Fire, the Star. I guess we'll take that. Full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. Yay. The Hermit, the Wheel, Awakening, which is, this translates to the Hanged Man. All right. There is a lot going on. There's currently a reevaluation of energy going on in the universe. If you are reconsidering your job, if you are reconsidering your relationship, if you are reconsidering something, it's as it should be. The back of the deck is the 5 of Earth. Whew, it's hot out here, y'all. I'm not physically hot, but the energy itself is very, very interesting. So I'm seeing that you are coming into question about something. You are trying to review and analyze either a person, the situation, um, whatever's going on. You do feel the need to defend your position, which makes sense. We all, when we think it's time for change, we either are with the flow or against it. Maybe you could be thinking about leaving school, leaving a profession, leaving some sort of work behind to start something new. Um, Maybe you're leaving an idea or a belief system behind. But whatever it is that you are distancing yourself from, I would say that it's for your betterment. With this Two of Cups, Two of Cups for me is a union energy. And I tell people all the time, like, yes, cups are about relationships, but there are different types of relationships. There's a relationship you have with yourself. There's a relationship you have with your family. There's the relationship you have with your friends. There's the relationship you have with the people you love. And yes, you have a relationship with the people you hate if you communicate with them. But with the Two of Cups, a relationship that continues to grow deeper or closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So, yeah, whatever this energy is, it's not even argumentative like a fight or anything. It seems more of like an awkward situation went down, something that was uncomfortable, and you might not have known what to do with it initially, but now that you've thought about it, you're like, let me say it like this, because I'm a Virgo, so I I like to be careful with my words. If I say something, I meant it. I've thought about it. It didn't just pop up out the blue. You do have justice energy. Whatever the situation is, I see it working out in your favor. I don't think it's a legal situation, but if it is a legal situation involving you, do you, boo? We also have the Queen of Fire. Now, this queen and the Queen of Air are, to me personally, kind of similar. They are both on the yang aspect of energy, the more masculine of the queens, but they're still loving, they're still nurturing, they're still caring. This queen, the Queen of Fire, is more confident, she's warm, she's intelligent, and she's graceful. Whereas the Queen of Air, when she's upright, she is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. So you could have a conflict with a female energy or a person who has strong feminine energy. It could be a woman who's a fire or air sign, or fire dominant or possibly air dominant. As far as the signs I'm seeing, I see the Hermit, Virgo energy, and I see the Star, which is Aquarius energy. Um, the 12th house for me is sometimes Sag, sometimes not. And then 8th is Libra. So it could be an air sign person, or the situation could call for you to have a more passion, more intellect. Maybe you need to think on your words a little more. Or if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've been overthinking it. It happens. Excuse me. But you need to have faith. You need to have hope. You need to believe that, if you and this person, or if you in this situation, or you in this job, or whatever it is, if you and that thing are meant to be, then it'll work out for you. You just need to keep doing what you need to do. However, if you are on the other end and you think it's time to go and pack up your things and move on to greener pastures, put your energy into that. We have the Hermit, the Wheel, and then we skipped 11 and hopped to 12. So it did 9, 10, 12. The Hermit is about seeking out like-minded counsel, like-minded people. This could also speak to your spirituality. Maybe you're thinking, again, if it's a belief, you're thinking about giving up. Maybe you're ready to move from belief A. Maybe you grew up or were raised to believe one thing and it never sat right with you. So now you're ready to try something else and seek out. Um, you're ready to become conscious of your spirituality. If that is you, great. Yay. We love conscious people. There is a big event coming in your life. It could be a birthday. It's almost that time of the year again where we do holidays, Mother's Day, graduations, those big milestones that we get so happy and celebratory over are coming up. And with that with that growth comes a change of perspective. And with the 12th, or excuse me, with the hanged one, or the awakening, again, you could be waking up spiritually. You could be getting ready to step into your own power. If you are someone who is getting ready to head off into college, or if you're completing a career, you've been working somewhere 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and you're getting ready for retirement, you're stepping into a new phase of life. And lastly, we have fourth house energy, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to the less fortunate. For me, the Four of Earth just means check your budget. Either you're being a little too tight-fisted and you need to take care of yourself, or you're being too generous and you need to hold on to it. One of the two is happening. And at the back of the deck, we have the Five of Earth energy. So maybe your pockets are feeling this change, or maybe your health is feeling this change. Maybe you're literally sick of your job. Maybe you're literally like, I don't make enough money. I give too much to this job. I do everything, and I feel like I'm not being rewarded reasonably. So that could definitely be your issue. All in all, if you are ready for this change, I would say go for it. Excuse me. If you are ready for this change, I would say go for it. If you think you need to take another moment, think about it, realign with yourself and your energies, go for it. But there is a change coming. It is. It just is. I'm going to put these away and move on to your moon energy, and then we'll get a spell out here for you. This energy could be happening under the full moon. And again, this flipped over by accident. So your personal issues will reach a resolution. If this is a situation going off with a person that you care about, then you'll come to terms. And at the back of the deck right now, you have your hard work is paying off. Somebody is seeing you. Somebody's paying attention. Spirit knows what's in your heart. Give us a message for the collective. Give us a message for the collective. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Don't let your pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. Or wait, double check. Yeah, hold your vision. Fixed moon. You and your loved ones are safe. It's the second time you've gotten Cancer energy. New moon in Cancer. All right. Ooh. Prosperity lies ahead. Communication is the key. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Communication is the key. New moon in Gemini. What do you need to release? I haven't seen this card in forever. This was one of the first cards that came out for me when I got this deck. What do you need to release? Waning moon. One more for us. Ooh, that was more than one, Spirit. All right. I'll put that. It was one message, Spirit. Spirit's still giving us. Okay. We're just going to put this. Once they flew away. Spirit has a lot to say today. There is a lot of energy coming up. Lastly, back of the deck, you need to meditate and contemplate. If you are somebody who is just starting their spiritual journey, I've been in this technically since I was in high school. I started somewhere at the end of like my 11th, 12th grade year, and I was being very careful for the most part. But if you're someone who is just starting their spiritual journey, start with meditation. And I'm going to say it like this. So many people think meditating just means you're sitting here going until, the cows come home. And if that form of meditation works for you, use it. But meditation is simply connecting with source, connecting with spirit, and connecting with everything that is. If that means if you are the type of person who likes to go on walks, you can have a meditative walk, just connecting with nature, connecting with the energies around you. If you're somebody who prefers like ritual baths and ritual meditations, then a sacred bath meditation might be what you need. If you're somebody who thinks they can't, sit and be focused, then try a more active style of meditation. But if my my point is to get in sync and start meditating as regularly as you can. If every day is just a little too much, then just uh, I would say start with at least 1 to 5 minutes of just sitting and trying a seated quiet meditation. But if you're somebody who that just doesn't work for, a yoga meditation might be more your speed. A walking meditation might be more your speed. Um, Sitting in water or being near a body of water might be more your speed. Find what works for you and what connects you to source. If you're not a fan of the gongs and the chimes, find you that spiritual soul song that just gets you there. Find what you need. Spirituality is about personalizing your connection with spirit and becoming in sync and having a one-on-one relationship with spirit. All right, so let's get back to this. The first thing you need to do with this moon cycle and this up and coming moon energy, I'll just say off the bat, you have a lot of new moon energy. There's something new coming. It says new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Again, going back to what was going on with these cards, if you are going, I'm not sensing a lot of argumentative or fighting energy. It just honestly seems like an awkward situation happened, and we just need to talk about it. Be it with family or friends or some whoever it happened with. Just have a conversation with them. Hey, that made me a little uncomfortable. Can we just kind of talk about it? Or if you don't want to go that far, if you're just, somebody who's super, super, super shy, then I would just suggest meditating and kind of releasing that burden from you. Do not let your pride get in the way. As someone who used to be extremely introverted and shy and did not want to talk to anyone, sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone and speak up for yourself. Um, I'll say it like this. Sometimes you have to be Princess Fiona. Sometimes you have to save yourself from the tower. Sometimes you have to take the initiative and, tell people, I don't like being treated like that. I don't appreciate what you did in that situation. I don't hate you or resent you, but it made me look at you different. And a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people think when confrontation happens, either it's supposed to blow up and be fiery or, combative, or you're supposed to be passive and just like low key distant and aggressive. And it's like, no, we can have healthy confrontation. You did A and it made me feel B. And I would like to not feel that. If you can't not do this, or if this is going to be a part of our, thing now, then I'm going to have to distance myself. It says hold to your vision. Basically, for me, this is embrace the fixed energy. Embrace that little stubborn side of you. Embrace that voice that says no. You and your loved ones are safe. You are not in any immediate danger, unless you are somewhere else in the world. Check your surroundings. But Spirit is saying that it is okay to have this conversation. It is okay to start embracing your energy and embracing your throat chakra and telling people how you feel and how you want to be loved. Prosperity lies ahead. This came up in an earlier reading, and I think we're getting ready to see the fruition of that with this March energy. The spring is coming, new life is coming. So prosperity, whatever that means to you, if that means riches and money, great. If that means new life and legacy, great. If that means not going to work for a while, great. But communication is the key. Whoever you need to talk to, it's okay to have the conversation. Now, I'm not saying, excuse me, I'm real burpy. Excuse me. I'm not saying that the person on the other end of the phone or the person you're thinking about on the other end of this message will be as receptive, but you can communicate now. You can start that conversation. What do you need to release? Point blank period. What do you need to let go of? What are you holding on to in your life that you're so scared of losing? and you know you need to let it go. What is that thing? And how can you let it go? I'm not talking about taking the steps to start. I'm saying, how can you let it go? Does that mean cutting them off cold turkey? Does that mean, removing yourself from situations where you'll be involved with this person, thing, or energy, if you can help it? Because sometimes we have to remember that as we grow up, we still have to interact with a lot of people and things we just don't like. That's not to say that you have to force yourself to do anything, but if it's for the sake of a job, if it's for the sake of, keeping the family together, can we be cordial? If we can't be cordial, then I'm plan B. Cut it off. We ain't gotta talk. It's nothing in this world except for the source that I am afraid of losing. Everything else at some point will come to an end, be it living or, energetic. It'll come to an end at some point. But the question here is, what do you need to release? You need to step out of your comfort zone. I know it's scary, it's real hard, but you gotta do it. You need to take time to give rather than take. Now is a season of giving. And the energy is gaining momentum. Let me pull one more here. Ooh, I told you. A new start is coming. I said it. All this new moon energy. And this one also jumped out at me. Believe in the impossible. So whatever this situation is, I don't know all the details, but whatever you are going through that you're so concerned about, I don't think it's giving you anxiety. Like, again, it's not a combative, it's not an argumentative, it's not a 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords type of thing. It's like just a awkward encounter happened. Just something that made you a little uncomfortable happened. And it's time to say, you know what? Either I'm going to put up and deal with it and just, say my piece, like, can this not happen again? Or it's time to chuck the deuces and find something else to do. Whichever category you fall in, move accordingly. But yes, something new is coming, be it a new life, be it a new job, be it a new situation, be it a new energy, something is coming your way. Congratulations. And believe in the impossible. I'm not saying you're going to jump out the window and fly, but this situation will take a turn so drastically far from your thinking that you won't even, like, it's one of those, dang, God really had my back, or spirit really had my back on this. So trust in your intuition, trust in your inner voice. Something new is around the corner. Don't be afraid to step out of the old to embrace the new. And lastly, excuse me, I'm going to get you guys a little spell. Just a little spell. Again, if you did not watch the beginning of this video, you do not have to watch this portion. I know that everybody is not comfortable with spell work and doing what it takes. If that's not you, have a good day. But if you are someone who would like to get into spell work, I recommend that you start small. You can create your own spells, or you can take spells and you can edit them to fit what you need in your narrative. Do not be afraid to, what's the word? I can't think of the word. What's the word? I forget. But don't be afraid to change it up if you need be. Like, for example, one of these says a small green man ornament. I don't have a small green man ornament. So I can take a piece of paper and it can be green, or I can color it green and I can cut it into the shape of a man. But if I don't have, like, and this is a protect and connect with wildlife spell. So just because I don't have these materials, like I don't have a rainforest jasper, I would just grab one of my regular jaspers, or I would grab a clear quartz and I would program it to match that energy. I don't have a potted sage plant. I would grab a sage incense, or if you want, you can go and buy some, garden sage from Walmart. But just because you don't have doesn't mean you can't engage in spell work. If you didn't know, 50% of spell work comes from your intention and your willpower. So if you only have like this blue candle and a crystal and you want to create a spell, do it. You don't have to go out and buy all the little bits and pieces that you need because, excuse me, because at the end of the day, it's about your intention and your willpower. So, I'm gonna do a pick a card. So, trying to think of what number I want to use. Excuse me while I make this decision with Spirit. 12. So they're gonna be 12. I knew it. I knew Spirit. Spirit always does that to me. Whenever I say I want to do a pick a card, Spirit's always like, all right, well, one for everybody. So we're gonna do this based on the zodiacs. I'm gonna pull 12 cards. We're gonna start with Aries. Aries, what do the Aries in this chat need to hear? And I'll timestamp these. Aries, there's your spell. Taurus, Taurus, come on down. Taurus, ooh, Taurus. Taurus, what spell does Taurus need? Taurus, what's... Ooh. Aries, oh, okay. So Aries, Taurus, let's get Gemini. Gemini, what do the Geminis in here need to... We're going to put on, yeah, Gemini, there y'all go with y'all energy. What do the Geminis need? Give me one spell for the Geminis. Give me one good one for the Geminis. This is going to take a minute, so get comfortable. Give me one spell for Gemini. Jesus, Gemini, what is going on with y'all? Y'all are like everywhere. Y'all need a little bit of everything. Gemini, I suggest you cleanse. If you're a Gemini hearing this, listening to this, please go and cleanse real quick. When I say cleanse, I mean, yes, you can take a bath, but self-care, Gemini, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Self-care. Go and, cleanse, do a smoke cleanse, a water cleanse. You can do a fire cleanse. I'm not saying jump in a fire, but, light a candle, hold it near you, and just kind of, cleanse your energy. Who's after Gemini? Cancer. Hi, y'all. I don't know too many of y'all, but I hear y'all are nice. Okay, Cancer, you got a lot too. Oh, there we go. All right, Cancer. Cancer, you got a love spell. Yay. All right, who's after Cancer? Leo. What do the Leos need to hear? What do the Leos picking up on this? All right, one more. What do the Leos need to hear? All right, we'll take that. We'll take that for Leo. What do the Virgos? What do my Virgos? Gang, gang. What does the Virgo need to hear? Money and career. I feel you. Money and career. Libra. What does Libra need to hear? What message or spell does Libra need at this moment? What message or spell does Libra need at this moment? Give me one message for the collective of Libras who will be listening. Libra, you got 3. I'll let this slide. I accept 3. Scorpios. Scorpio. I'm joking. I love Scorpios. I love Scorpionic energy. But what do my Scorpios need to hear? What do my Scorpios need to hear? What spell? What spell do Scorpios, any Scorpios, Scorpio dominant energy people need to hear? Y'all got love too. Y'all hopping over here on Cancer. Scorpio, are you talking to a Cancer? Scorpio, are you communicating with a Cancer? I'm teasing. Okay, last little bit. This is where it gets hectic. Sag, come on down. If you couldn't tell, I'm not crazy about Sagittarius energy. It looks good on paper, but when you apply it to human beings, specifically of the male variety, it just gets real funky. But I don't know. I'm trying not to be a sign hater. I'm not trying to be signist. You need to cleanse and purify, Sag. Capricorn, come on down. Capricorn. Capricorn, come on down. I've been embracing Cap energy, y'all. Capricorn, what do the Capricorns need? Capricorn, you need protection. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius, what do the Aquarians need to hear? What do my Aquarii born people need? Ooh. Ooh, okay, y'all got 3. And then lastly, my babies, the reason we're here, y'all. Piscean energy. What do my Pisces, what do the Piscean people who receive this message need? Reconnect with somebody, love. Y'all got a lot. I'm going to reshuffle. Yeah, y'all got 4. I'm going to reshuffle this. One more time. What do my Pisces people need? What do my Pisces people need to hear? Give me a message from my Pisceans. My Pisces people. All right. Spirituality. There's a digital love spell in here. I did not know that. This is a very new deck for me. If you want, I'll list them in the links below. All right, here we go. We're gonna. All right, Aries, you have a Sabbath spell. Litha. Litha spell for happiness. Litha occurs between June 19th through the 25th. That could be a big time for you. Litha, if I'm not pronouncing that right, don't come for me. Don't come for me. But Litha revolves around the summer solstice. Any spell can be cast during midsummer, but focus on happiness, movement, and change. Honor the sun and ask it to bless you with abundance and happiness. You will need a crystal. Good specific crystals are amber, tiger's eye, jade, or onyx. You will need a glass bowl filled halfway with tap water or rainwater. And you will need a blue, yellow, orange, or green floating candle. If you can't get those, I suggest just getting you some tea lights. And if you have a candle warmer, you can put a little dye or a little, if you have a colored candle. But if you don't have a floating candle, if all you have is white, white is, considered all purpose. All right, here's the ritual, Aries. If possible, perform the ritual on a sunny day. Tell your crystal how you'd like to be blessed before placing it in the bowl of water. Rest the floating candle on top of the crystal. Bring the bowl outside in a place of nature and place it on the ground. Light the candle and chant the spell 7 times. And you can change this if you have a specific deity or you don't work with any deities. You may, edit this however you need. Excuse me. Sun God, cast down your blessings on nature, land, and sea. Your rays will shine down bright. Fill my bowl with light. Say that 7 times. Take some time to stay outdoors and sit silently with Mother Nature. About after 30 minutes, blow or snuff out the candle, collect the bowl, and head back indoors. Place your bowl on your altar and relight the candle. Allow it to burn down. When your candle extinguishes itself, your crystal will be super empowered. Keep it close by through the coming weeks in order to better receive your blessings. Again, if you want to do this now, that's fine. It has the moon symbols to let you know when it is, and if you see all 4, you can do this throughout the year. Litha, again, is specifically between June 19th and the 25th, but if you want to do it before, after, whenever, do so. Aries, that was your message. Thank you for joining us. I'll catch you on the flip. I'm headed to Taurus. All right, Taurus, you have 2. You have a Sabbath and a healing. We'll start with Sabbath. Mabon, a money spell. Mabon is the autumn equinox. It starts September 20th through the 23rd. Mabon is a great time for financial security spells like the one below. Perform it on September 21st, which is, if you don't know, that is the autumn equinox or when fall starts. I follow the 4 major changes. I don't do Sabbaths. I do spring equinox, I do summer solstice, I do autumn equinox, and I do the winter solstice. That's it, that's all. All right, So for the materials for your Sabbath ritual, you will need 2 pieces of sunstone. If you don't have them, get a clear quartz. If you don't have that, just, meditate and focus on that energy. You can Google what type of energy sunstone embodies and just use that. You need 1 apple, a paring knife, 2 tea light candles in red, green, orange, or yellow, and items that represent Mabon, such as cornucopia or roses. I always knew not oranges. I always knew apples to represent Mabon, like bobbing for apples. Again, if you don't have all this material, simply sitting and meditating with this and saying the ritual or spell works just as well. All right, hold a piece of sunstone in your hand. Imagine an upturned gold cornucopia spilling gold coins on you. Ask the universe to bless you with better finances. Envision paying off your bills. Place the crystals on your altar. Cut the apple in halves widthwise. The seeded area in each half forms a pentacle star. Slice the bottom of each apple half so it sits flat. Cut a circular hole around the star, large enough to hold a tea light. Place the apple on your altar behind the crystals. Insert a tea light inside each hole and light them. Decorate your altar with Mabon items. Recite this spell 7 times. I call upon the God and Goddess to bring stability to my life and grace me with a purse of wealth. I show gratitude and thankfulness for your blessings already bestowed on me. Turn around my fortune and let me sleep easy, knowing that my financial life is settled and in balance. Say that 7 times. Allow the candles to burn down. Place the apple halves under a tree. Keep the crystals at home, and your finances may improve soon. All right. And lastly, for Taurus, we have healing. And you can do this any time of the year. I hope you can see that. If not, sorry. Next, heal yourself of fears and phobias. If you have an inner fear or phobia you want to conquer, this spell can provide useful. It's essential to have a photograph of your phobia or something to represent it. For example, if you have a fear of flying or snakes, you can print out a picture of an airplane or a snake. Or just envision them. Your mind is your greatest power. All right, Taurus, you will need a sharp knife, orange candle, plain vegetable oil, picture of your fear or phobia, and a rose quartz. Using the knife, inscribe the candle with your name and the words, "Remove my fear." Anoint your candle with the oil. Place a picture that represents your phobia next to it and light the candle. Rose quartz prevents worry, so hold a piece in your hand and say this spell. Say this spell 7 times. With this crystal, remove my fear. With this candle, settle here. See this picture and make it be an agreeable thing for me to see. An agreeable thing for me to see. Say that 7 times. Place the crystal next to the candle and leave it until it burns out. Once it has, tear up the picture, put it in the garbage, and place the crystal under your pillow for 7 nights. All right, Taurus, that was you. I'm moving on to Gemini. Gemini, you were out there. So you need some self-care, love. You can do this on the new moon. I recommend that you can do this any time of the year if you're feeling it, but this will be strengthened by the new moon's energy if you do it at that time. And again, we have a new moon this coming Friday. Do you, boo? All right, ease unhappiness. Quartz is wonderful for balancing emotions, especially if you are trying to heal painful feelings or if you have any problem with self-esteem. This crystal amplifies magical wishes and will bring extra power to any spell. Use it to tap into a higher consciousness and keep in touch with your spiritual side, and with this simple spell to help to lift your spirits. You will need a piece of small quartz, some sea salt, a small plate or bowl, and a white candle. The ritual. Take the clear quartz and place it on your bed of sea salt on a small plate or in a bowl. Light the candle next to it and say this spell 9 times. Painful feelings leave me. Bring joy and pleasure swiftly. Angels heal my suffering. Light up my heart with speed. Say that 9 times. Let the candle burn for 1 hour before blowing it out. Repeat every day until the candle has burned down. All right, Gemini. I hope you. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. It's like 10, 11 in the morning. All right, I am moving on to Cancer. Cancer, you have moving on after love, and it has the new moon as well. If you are going through a breakup, I'm so sorry to hear it. I have been in your shoes, and I am currently not in your shoes anymore. But I empathize and I sympathize with you, and I pray that you find healing. All right, Cancer, moving on after love. No matter the form of separation, it can be painful to move on when a relationship has ended. The spell will give you a sense of calm realization that will help you put the past behind you. Rhodochrosite is the perfect crystal to help with this, as it balances the heart chakra and promotes self-forgiveness. It can even bring new love into your life. Again, if you don't have this material, if you don't have these crystals or these things, use your intention. Visualize. If you're someone who struggles with visualization, I would suggest looking up the energy of what rhodochrosite is and maybe writing that out. Or if you're not sure, you can create a vision board. If you like to draw your pictures. But it's up to you. All you'll need is a white candle, a white candle, and a rhodochrosite crystal or tumbled stone. If you don't have rhodochrosite, you can look for other heart chakra crystals. I'm big on rose quartz. Rhodochrosite is a step up from rose quartz, but use what you have, use your resources. All right. On the first night of a new moon, go into your bedroom, place the candle on your nightstand and light it. Turn down the lights and sit on the side of your bed. Study the flickering flames for a few minutes. Cast your mind back to a time before your relationship, a time when you were happy and content. Embrace this feeling and think about how you want to feel in the future. After about 5 minutes, lie on your bed and place the crystal over your heart. Resting your hands over the top of it, keep it from moving. Say this mantra 12 times. Heal my heart, heal my soul, forever happy is my goal. Heal my heart, heal my soul, forever happy is my goal. Say that 12 times. After about 30 minutes, blow out the candle. Leave the rhodochrosite next to your bed. Repeat this spell every night until the moon begins to wax. That means it begins to grow into a full moon. All right, Cancer, I hope you feel better. This goes, I should have said this in the beginning, but this goes for sun, moon, rising, whichever one you feel most connected to. Who's after Cancer? Leo. Leo, you have self-care and you have cleanse and purify. We're going to start with cleansing and purifying. You can do this whenever, under whatever moon cycle you feel comfortable with. Mind clearing crystal water. The power of the mind is important in magic. The spell will help you clear away any negative energies that are preventing you from thinking clearly. Note, do not drink this water or leave it out for others to drink. It is only to be used as a magical spray. Again, do not drink this water. Do not leave it out for others to drink. Children, pets, any of that. Don't give it to your plants. Please be very careful if you do put crystals in water. Make sure that you research which crystals go in water, and even if they can go in water, be very careful. Try not to really drink that water. If you're feeling lucky, but please remember to practice safety above all else. All right, it says one of each of the following stones. You need a sodalite, that does not go in water. And you need a lapis lazuli, also not good for water. Clear quartz does go in water, but again, I would be careful with that because it can look like the water. You don't want to drink your crystal. But sodalite, it ends in an ite, definitely not for the water. And lapis, lapis, while it is blue, it's not for the water either. You need a clear drinking glass, spring water, enough to fill the glass, and a spray bottle. Hold your hand over each stone. Feel your energy and the energy of the stone uniting. Place the stone in the bottom of the glass and add the spring water. Hold your hands over the crystal water and recite this chant 5 times. Cloudy thoughts flee quickly. Crystals strengthen clarity. Strength of mind come to me. Say that 5 times. Place the glass in direct sunlight for 3 hours, either outside or on a sunny windowsill. Then remove the crystals from the glass, pour the charged water into the spray bottle, spray the water around your third eye, which is the center of your forehead, right betwixt them eyebrows, and temple points. That's the side, also the edges of your eyebrows. This will magically give you mental clarity. Store the bottle in a cool, dark place so you can use it again in the future. All right. And Leo, you also have self-care. Say goodbye to stress. Fight off stress or anxiety with this spell featuring healing herbs that amplify calming energies. You will need a white candle and a candle holder, lavender essential oil, small bowl of brahmi powder or groundwater hops, and a bunch of dried lavender. Hold your candle for a few minutes and think back to a happy, worry-free time in your life when you were truly content. Next, to anoint the candle, drip your finger into the oil. Run your finger in a line from the top of the candle to the bottom of the candle. Place the candle in a candle holder and sprinkle the brahmi powder around the base. Position the dried lavender somewhere near and say this spell 3 times. Disconnect me from my stress. Fill the void with happiness. With this spell and magical aid from within, anxiety fades. Say that 3 times. Leave the candle to burn down without blowing it out. When it has extinguished itself, hang the dried lavender facing downward in a window. When it says downward, the flowering part should be downward. This will transport happiness through the home, which in turn will help with your sense of well-being. The brahmi powder will now be charged and blessed. So put it somewhere safe for use in the future. All right, Leo, good for you. I hope you get all that you need. I'm moving on to Virgo. Virgo, we got money. We got money. We got money. No name. I can do it. This is a money and career spell for my Virgos. It is best to do this under the new moon. But if you want to do it, do it. Get a mortgage approved. I don't have a mortgage, but if you are a Virgo and you are currently looking to be approved for a mortgage, this is the spell for you. If not, let it fly. Waiting for a loan or mortgage to be approved can be nail biting, but you can help ensure its success by inviting Sunstone into your life. For best results, cast a spell on the Wednesday of a new moon phase. All right. Wednesday is I forget who. Wednesday is a part of some Norse. I want to say it's Odin's day, because Thursday Thor, um Sunday sun. But the days, if you look them up, the days have specific energies that you can use them on. Like Friday is a good day to do love spells. Sunday is a good day for like spiritual cleansing and purifying and preparing for the week. Saturday for me is a good banishing and cleansing and ward upping day. Tuesday, I forget, but you can look them up. Or you can, do what you do how you do. If, Wednesday is a better day for you to do meditations and get in touch with spirit, do that. All right, here we go. You will need cinnamon sticks, 10 cloves, small bowl or container with a lid, and 1 cup of vegetable oil, 240 milliliters, and a sunstone. Again, if you don't have these things, use your intention and just say the words or write them. Before you begin, you will need to make money oil. To do this, place the cinnamon stick and cloves in a small bowl and container and pour the oil on top. Cover the bowl and put the lid on the container. It is important to leave this to infuse at least overnight, so make sure to do this well in advance. The next Wednesday evening of a full moon, cleanse and empower your crystals. Place it in the bowl with the money oil so that the oil entirely covers it. Put this on your altar. Say the following 7 times. With obstacles removed, my loan is approved. Cash is in sight on this new moon night. 7 times you should say that. Remove the stone from the bowl of oil and wipe it off. This crystal is now energized and should be placed on a windowsill to attract the money you need. Note, keep your money oil in a sealable container. It will work as anointing oil for any money spell you want to perform in the future. And if you work with the directions, the 4 cardinal energies, north, south, east, west, you can put it in, it should either be facing the north or put it in a south-facing window. So, like, this would be we all know that south, north, east, west. But depending on which way your house faces the sun, this would be the south of my house. So this would be the northmost facing wall. So if I were to do this, I would put the spell in my south facing window. So that would be looking towards my north. Or you can put it on the north. The north is connected to earth energy. But it's up to you, wherever you feel comfortable. If you want, you could put it in your office. If you work from home, or if you have like a cubicle or something, I wouldn't. The last time I brought my crystals to a job that wasn't the job I'm currently working, my crystals went missing. And I was in love with those crystals. Those crystals were doing work. Oh, it was great. I'm really, I'm hurt just thinking about it, but they're on to bigger and better things. We were done. All right. So thank you, Virgos. I hope your money situation, does what it do. If this is not for you, apply it as such. Change the word from mortgage to rent, or change the word from renting to owning. Do what you need to do to make this work for you. All right. Next up is my Libras. Libras. What do my Libras need? My Libras need pets and nature. My Libras need a lot of spirituality. So we'll start with the pets. Help your garden grow. Are you growing something, Libra? Perform the spell every year to ensure that your plants are always healthy. Everything has living energy, including flowers, plants, and trees. Malachite is renowned for sending healing and restorative rays to the earth and assisting plants and trees to be the best they can be. Your materials, you'll need a sandalwood incense stick, a fire-safe dish, a malachite stone, a large planter, soil, shrubs, or houseplant in a nursery pot. Again, if you don't have these things, you can improvise, or you can just use your intention, visualize. Or if you're somebody who's really techie, you can create, I don't want to say create software, but you can draw a picture, do this digitally, create or find an app where you can work on that. You don't always have to spend money. Money is not the only form of energetic exchange. Keep that. But for my Libras, light a sandalwood incense stick and place it in a fire-safe bowl or dish. Place it on your altar next to the malachite. When the incense has burned down, collect the ashes. Fill the large planter halfway with soil. Scatter the sandalwood incense ashes in the pot and bury the stone. Repot your shrub or houseplant in the planter, filling around the edges with more soil as necessary. And say the following 3 times. Blossom in width and grow in height with the magical power of malachite. Everything now will start to sprout, climb and flower, and then branch out. Situate the plant somewhere in the center of your garden or another peaceful space, and water it thoroughly. Take care of it as you normally would. Allow the magic to spread throughout your space. All right, and next you needed some spirituality. You actually have two. You have meditate with your spirit guides and meditate with your angels, Libra. So I suggest you do a twofer and, talk to your spirit guides, talk to your angels. Um, since these two kind of have similar materials, so I'm gonna just go ahead and read these materials for you and then the spell. It says you'll need one or two crystals of your choice, angelite or angel phantom quartz or aquamarine or celestite if you want to focus specifically on your angels, or clear quartz or rose quartz if you want to be specific. But if you don't have those crystals, your intention will do. Your intention will do. And it says to connect with the gods and goddesses during meditation, hold your choice crystals and invoke a spirit guide with a simple request. For instance, to summon Athena, you can say her name. Insert God's name here or goddess's name here. I ask that you come to me, work through me, help me to know I am protected and safe throughout my meditation. Or if you don't work with a deity or an entity like that, you can just say angels, my spirit guides, or Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, Uriel, Ezreal. Um, to connect with an archangel or your guardian angel during the meditation, hold your crystal while opening your mind to divine messages. For connection to the heavens throughout the day, try wearing one or more of these stones in the form of jewelry. So I'm sensing that you need to connect with earth. Maybe if you want to go out and buy a plant, you can, or you can water the grass at your house. There's plants around you. You can find a tree outside and go love on it. Not like that, but give it a hug the trees. Or if you're not, if you just want to do the guided meditation or the spirit guide and angel meditation, do that. All right, Libra, I'm leaving you where you at. Scorpio. Scorpio, bring back and romance. Scorpio, you're bad. Scorpio, if you do want to bring back this person, you can definitely use this. But if you are a Scorpio and this message is not for you, you are moved on or moving on, keep on trucking. Bring back romance. All marriages and long-term relationships go through rough times, as well as boring, less romantic patches. When they do, you can work a little magic to bring back the romance and add a bit of excitement. You need lavender essential oil, red rose petals, a jug, and oyster shells. I recommend that if you do currently still have this relationship, you can invite your partner to do this with you. It will strengthen the bond or connection. But if you are already broken up or separated, you might want to do this by yourself. And please, 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 please always keep in mind that love spells are some of the most easiest spells to backfire because you have to remember that people have free will and choice. So if they don't love you, if they don't want to come back, if they are moving forward, dating somebody else, or just have no intention of rekindling the relationship, then unfortunately that is the will, that is the way of them. And unless you literally, what's the word, body snatch them, then you just have to accept what's coming. But if they miss you, you miss them, and you want to try and rekindle it, then this is a good spell. If you know that that person has blocked you, can't stand you, don't want nothing to do with you, I advise against it. But free will and choice, boo. Let's see. Draw yourself a bath on a Friday during a new moon. The period directly before, during, and after the new moon also works. So 3 days before a new moon, 3 days after a new moon. And add a few drops of lavender oil and a handful of red rose petals to the water. Soak for 15 minutes or so, and then collect some of the bath water in a jug and discard the petals. Take two empty oyster shells and pour some of the bath water from the jug into them. Place the other shell on top of it and say the incantation 3 times. Blessings bestowed, our romance will grow, devoted once more. just like before. With a magical shell, all will be well. Say that 3 times. Empty the water down the sink, but keep the shell in your bathroom for 1 week. You can repeat this ritual once a month to really work on your marriage and relationship goals. All right, Scorpio. If you are not looking to bring back romance in a self or in someone else, you can do this spell and focus on yourself. Bringing self-love, bringing back love for one's self also works. Bye-bye, Scorpio. Excuse me, I had a tickle in my throat. All right, Sagittarius. You need to cleanse and purify. You need to smudge your space. I'm gonna just say it like this. I'll still read you the spell, but if this is really the case, what you have going on, Sagittarius, then an incense cleanse. I don't recommend using white sage, but if you have any other form of sage, Palo Santo, rosemary, pine, any of those are really good at cleansing and purifying. I recommend that you stay away from sage because sage gets rid of all energy. So you will have to replace that energy, good and bad. Whereas rosemary is more cleansing and purifying and upping the vibes. Pine is good for breaking up energy, cleaning and starting anew and bringing positivity to the home and business. Palo Santo is good for getting rid of negative energy and amplifying positive energy. So if you want to smudge and cleanse your space, you don't necessarily need sage. You can use your intention, you can use your incense, you can use sound cleansing. There are plenty of sound cleansing videos on YouTube. You can do a water cleanse. I don't recommend a fire cleanse, but that would fall under smoke cleanse. Like, don't burn down your house to cleanse it, please. That's not what I'm saying. Or you can do an earth cleanse. A lot of times I like to throw salt on my floor. That's a good way to cleanse the energy, break up any negativity. And then you sweep up the salt, earth cleansed. But it says, before jumping into any kind of psychic session, it's important to make sure your physical space is free from negative energy and entities. A key method is to smudge your space with a bundle of dried sage. Again, if you don't have sage or don't want to use it, I recommend rosemary, pine, palo santo, cedar is another good one. Anything else? There's so many herbs for cleansing and purifying. Salt. There's literally tons. You don't need to use white sage or sage if you're not comfortable. Garden sage is fine. You can get that from Walmart or wherever you like to shop. Sage has been used for millennia to clear spaces of bad energy and prepare them for positive force. You'll need a fire-safe container or bowl, some sand to extinguish the sage after use, water for safety, matches or a lighter, and a sage smudge stick. Again, that can be replaced with rosemary, pine, cedar, palo santo. You do not have to use sage, white sage specifically, if you are not comfortable or you know that it's endangered. If all you have is white sage and you weren't, aware of the situation prior, use your tools. Or if it was gifted to you by a Native American or a Native American company, use it. But if you're not comfortable with white sage because it is endangered or you just don't want to use it, a lot of people just don't like the smell of sage as well. It is very strong. But or you can get a sage candle. But do whatever you need to do. You can edit the spell however you need. All right. Fill your bowl with a moderate amount of sand, enough to easily tap out, stamp, tamp, tamp out the lit sage bundle like a cigarette. Have water nearby in case of an emergency. Carefully light the sage stick over the bowl. Blow out any active flame so that the sage only produces smoke. Fan the smoke with your hand to waft it around the space where you will be working. Move the smudge stick up and down the length of your body to cleanse your aura. As you smudge the room, chant a prayer such as this for protection and positive energy. If you work with the Christian God, you know a good prayer. It's for cleansing and protection. or again, bibliomancy. But if that is not your faith, that is not your system, that is not your practice, you may use this or whatever you normally use. I call upon the God, insert God name, insert goddess name, to help cleanse and protect this space and to let in only the brightest of beings. It doesn't say that multiple times. So you can say that as you're doing it. You can hold that intention in your mind or your heart, etc. Put out the sage in the sand when you are finished. Take a minute to close your eyes and envision a positive connection during your divine session. All right, Sag. Get clean. Get cleansed. Come back and tell me how it was. I am moving on to Cap. Capricorn. Travel protection. Yay, Cap. This is protection. So traveling protection. The beautiful protective energy that Malachite offers makes it a perfect charm to carry while traveling. You may use Malachite, your travel paperwork, such as a printing boarding pass or an itinerary, and a green candle. If you don't have these things, just, do what you need to do. If you want to go out and buy these things, go. If not, meditate with your intention. Empower your crystal. A few days before your travel, imagine yourself at the airport, train station, or bus station, stone in hand. Visualize white rays of protection radiating from the stone. Envision yourself again, this time sitting on the plane, train, or bus, still holding the stone. Visualize white light brightly emitting from the stone. When you're satisfied that your stone is empowered, place the paperwork on your altar and light the candle. Do not light it near your paper, or do not light your paper on fire, please. Please be safe. Place the malachite on top of the paperwork and repeat this spell 12 times. Let your inner light protect me. Divine power encircles me. I am sheltered in your safety. I am at one with this stone. Say that 12 times. Leave the stone next to the burning candle for about an hour, then blow out the candle or snuff it and save it. The evening before your trip, light the same candle, place the malachite in front of it, and repeat this ritual. Allow the candle to burn for the rest of the evening with supervision. Blow it or snuff it out before bedtime. Place the stone in your carry-on luggage. Go, Capricorn. Where are you going? I'm nosy. Where you going, Cap? All right, and Aquarius, and then last but not least, Pisces. All right, Aquarius, you have spirituality, increase your wisdom. You have love, attract new love, number 1. And you have healing poppet spell. All right. For the increase your wisdom, you will need a lapis necklace or earrings. If you don't have that, you don't have to go out and purchase it. You can just pull up a picture of lapis on your internet and visualize the stone, focus on its protective energies, and work with it that way. You will need a bowl of salt water and a purple candle. Again, if you don't have this, your intention. On a full moon, charge and bless your jewelry by leaving it outside overnight or in a bowl of salt water. If you don't want to leave it outside, just put it in the windowsill. The next morning, dry it off, place it on your altar, and light a candle next to it. Recite the spell 3 times. My inner wisdom shines like the sun. All of my visions have begun. I see now what I did not before. With every day, I notice more. Leave the candle to burn all the way down and leave the candle to burn all the way down and allow it to blow itself out or snuff itself out. Next, put on your jewelry and don't take it off for a week. Your instincts will be much sharper and your dreams will be more vivid. Next, a love spell. Attract new love, number 1. Okay, Aquarii. If you are in search of a new relationship, this spell is great for attracting new love. If you don't have the materials, use your intention. But if you would like, you would need a length of pink satin ribbon, a small stem of a cherry blossom or pink rose in bloom, a handful of lovage root, I don't know what that is, medium-sized bowl, pink candle, and a candle holder and rose essential oil. If you don't have those things, you can look up their properties and find alternatives in your area, or you can not use them altogether and just fill in with your intention. On a Friday night, wrap the ribbon around the stem of the cherry blossom or pink rose and tie it in a bow. Place the lovage in the bowl and put the flowers on top. Anoint the candle by dipping your finger into the rose oil. Run your finger in a line from the top of the candle to the bottom, then place the candle in the holder. Say this spell 7 times. Show your face, come into view, so that I connect with you. Hear my heartbeat, feel my need. Part of a couple I shall be. Say that 7 times. When the candle has burned down, take the cherry blossom or rose stem outside and place it on the ground at the foot of a tree. Scatter the lovage around as well. Touch the tree and silently ask it to grant your wish. And lastly, a healing poppet spell. If you don't know what a poppet is, it's quite similar to a voodoo doll, but a voodoo doll is a part of a closed practice. It is a part of voodoo or hoodoo. But if you would like to work with a poppet, you can buy a doll or you can make your own. Just take some cloth and some cotton and sew it up. And that can be your poppet. So, a poppet is a handmade doll used in spellcraft to represent an individual and to aid the person through the use of magic. Poppets are traditionally made from wool, straw, roots, wax, potatoes, cloth, or paper. 2 pieces of paper, some scissors, a pen, a blue candle, 2 tablespoons each of finely chopped fresh or dried peppermint leaves, rosemary, and nettle leaf, and a fire-safe bowl. Take the paper and cut out 2 identical human shapes. On one, write the name of the person you wish to heal. On the other, write their ailment. Place one on top of the other with the writing on the outside. Light the candle. Use the melted wax to seal the edges of the paper all the way around except for the head. Sprinkle the herbs inside the poppet's head until it feels full enough. Say, "Poppet, I name you." Insert the person's name here who needs healing. Seal the head and then hold the poppet over the candle. Visualize the person's ailment leaving their body and a blue light filling them. Once the visual fades, place the poppet in a fire-safe bowl and light the poppet on fire, and as it burns, chant, "Fire burns the ill away. Health and wellness here today." When the fire is out, take the ashes outside and blow them into the 4 directions. Bury the candle remains at a crossroads or under a pine tree in your yard. All right, Aquarius, you got options. You got things to work on. I will see you in the next one. And last and definitely not my least, Pisces. There are quite a few crystals you can use to boost your divination abilities, and this is a spell to strengthen your psychic abilities. The best is to Albit, but it's pricey. You can substitute other crystals such as beryl and rhodozite. Never heard that one. Albit or a corresponding crystal, large white tall taper or block candle, glass bowl filled with spring water or rainwater. If you do not have this crystal named, clear quartz is the best way to go, or whatever crystal you work best with. Amethyst is a good one for strengthening psychic abilities. But again, if you don't have this, your intention. Excuse me. Sit comfortably and empower your crystal by holding it on your third eye chakra, the center of your forehead right above the brows. I like to say it's right in between your eyebrows, but you can go up a little bit. The circle in your forehead betwixt your eyebrows. Do this for about 10 minutes. Concentrate on the power of the stone. Imagine it projecting psychic rays into your brain. Light the candle. Stand in front of your altar. Place the lit candle on a glass bowl filled with water in the center of the altar. Drop the crystal into the bowl, turn off the lights, and gaze into the water for a few minutes. When the water is still, dip your finger into the bowl and create a ripple, and then dab your wet finger on your forehead. Say the following 9 times. Psychic powers rise within me. Increase my awareness. Let me see. Fill my being with glorious light when the moon wanes on this magical night. So when the moon is waning, it's going from a full moon to a new moon. Blow out the candle or snuff it. Repeat the dabbing ritual and light the candle again before conducting psychic work or divination. All right, Pisces. Thank you for joining me. If you had a good time, please leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And if you're feeling bold, please share this video. Any timestamps will be linked in the bottom and pinned to the comments. Until next time, bye.